Hey, everyone who could not make the exhibition, I decided to do a bit of a tour so that you get to see things as they are, as they stand in the gallery. And here we go. On a quiet street in the Rastatt in Baden-Württemberg is a small gallery called Kunstraum 25. And this is the view when you enter the door. So the people exhibiting, yours truly, Jordan Reyne, and Maggie Rochelle, who is responsible for the beautiful sculptures in the centre of the room. Now, this first set of coloured images, they are based on a philosophy that comes from the Japanese art of Kintsugi, whereby vases that are broken are repaired not to hide the cracks, but highlighted with gold so that the cracks really come forward. And the philosophy behind that is that perfection does not lie in everything being, smooth surfaces and prettiness, naivety, and so on. The beauty lies in the fact that this object has actually experienced something. It has been through some sort of event that has shattered it and from which it's had to be rebuilt. And for me, the human psyche is pretty analogous to that process. There are all sorts of ways in which we can become shattered by the throes of life and need to rebuild ourselves. And this is the last in that series. So here are some of the sculptures from Maggie, who I think has a really wonderful way of capturing movement. So you can see here. And I think that's the art form in her work, is that they're static objects, but they seem to move. And here's both of our work. Now this was the surprise of the exhibition, because I wasn't really sure even why I should put this in. It's a story told in pictures, and it's based on a model of the human psyche developed by a man called Richard Schwarz. And his idea was, in opposition to the old model that's kind of like, an onion, and you go through the layers and you find this kernel of your personality. He says, well, no, actually, we've all got these parts of our personality that will come to the fore in different circumstances, or not, depending on who we're dealing with. And I'll show you one of the nice ones. Where's Jane, my best friend? Okay. So here you can see, right at the top, there's sort of an orange blob with animals in it. Now, me and my friend Jane, we connect very much over our love of animals, and that's sort of a very active part in us. But of course, when I'm dealing with someone that doesn't care about animals, it sort of goes to the back of my mind. Now, we've all got parts like, I know a lot of artists like me, we have a part of us that wants to be seen and valued, and a part of us that's absolutely terrified of being seen, lest we be ridiculed, and so on. So some of these parts are in conflict with each other. So essentially, this is a story where, at the beginning, the main character goes to see a psychiatrist, who, of course, rifles through her past, and these are various not so positive relationships, then the positive ones. And of course, in any psychological endeavour, we always end up going back to our relationship with our mother. Obviously, mine was dysfunctional. Surprise, surprise, like most people on the planet. The last series is based on Rorschach tests. Now, you guys probably know Rorschach tests are based on, you're given some sort of blob to look at, and you're asked what you see there. And if you see things like, oh no, this is my dog being murdered, whatever, it shows you what's going on in your subconscious. Now, what I've decided to do was get these blobs and decide what I see in them and draw that over the top. And what was really interesting to me is that no matter what I decide to bring out of these blobs, people will see completely different things than what I intended. So we end up with projection on top of projection. Now, when I was starting with things like this one and the ones shown before, I showed them online, and there's a particular friend of mine that kept seeing demons. He saw demons no matter what I did. So this was my attempt to actually see demons and things. The rest of them are mostly trees. But even in drawing the demons I drew, he saw completely different ones. So yeah, that is an exercise in projection on projection. And this won't show very well because of the reflection. That was the cover art for chapter 0. So that is the exhibition, guys, and I really wish you could have been here, but the reason I'm doing this in English is because I'm in Germany, and most English speakers don't live here. So I thought I'd give you the chance to see it because you're obviously far, far away. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the art.